Hello there. Welcome to Great Core Tourism. In this video, we want to look at a March test, and we are going to look at section A on that question paper that is short questions. So we're going to start with the multiple choice section, which is on 1.1. And our question reads various options are provided as possible answers to the following questions. Write down the question numbers, that is 1.1.1 to 1.1.20. Choose the answer and make a cross X over the letter A to D of your choice in the answer book. So you're given how to present it in your answer book. So on the first part, 1.1.1, it is this country played host to both the 2014 FIFA World Cup and the 2016 Summer Olympics. So the most obvious one is the 2014 FIFA World, and it also hosted the 2016 Summer Olympics. So basically, that's what we have. So you're going to see is our correct response. Then we go to 1.1.2, which is a possible negative impact on the environment when a country hosts a global event. The key term that we have there is negative, possible negative impact. So we have to identify a negative impact out of the options that are given. Then A is increased publicity, B, investment opportunities, C, job creation, D, mass tourism. So the correct answer that we have, if you look at it, there D becomes a negative impact because mass tourism, when there is mass tourism, obviously, maybe according to maybe the capacity that the country has, might not be in a position to meet the mass tourism that is there. Because mass tourism, we are saying we have a large number of tourists that are coming inside our country. So maybe our capacities might not be able to hold the number. So it becomes a negative impact. So we have D as the correct response. Then 1.1.3, a card used by many tourists when traveling globally. We have got a MasterCard, a World card, a loyalty card, and a rewards card. And the correct response that we have there is A. It's a MasterCard. And a MasterCard, it offers a range of payment transactions, transaction processing, and other related payment services, such as travel-related payments, and also it includes payments pertaining to bookings. Its principal use is to process payments between the banks of merchants and the card issuing banks or credit unions of purchases who uses the MasterCard brand. So basically, that's the explanation in terms of our MasterCard. And I will go on to the next part of the question, which is 1.1.4, which is the Dash recorded a decline in foreign arrivals to South Africa between 2013 and 2014. So we are given 2013 representing this column and then 2014 in this column. So the question is asking a decline, where we have a decline, which means other parts will be having an increase in this, and on this one, it will be a decline. So if you look for African labor markets, it's from 6,394,380 to 6,957,843, and we are noticing that this is an increase. So this one is an increase, which is obviously out. We are looking for a decrease. And then we've got 390,621 to 374,575. We are seeing that this is a decrease. And then we go to Americas, 433,526 to 434,919, which is an increase. So it's what's correct. Europe, 1,278,065 to 1,365,472, which is also an increase. So we are left with African air markets being the correct response that we have there. So we have African air markets on B. So we are saying B is the correct response. And we go to the next part of our question, which is now 1.1.5, which is a consequence or a result of poor service delivery for a business. So obviously, we have to look for a consequence from the options that are given. A, we've got increased staff motivation, which is not a consequence. So we are going to leave this one. So we can just put it cross. Then a poor public image becomes a consequence of poor service delivery. So this one is correct. We have the poor personal hygiene. Poor personal hygiene is it's a personal hygiene, so it's not a consequence to the business. So it's out. And then we've got increased staff loyalty, which is actually a positive, not a consequence. So it's also out. So we are left with B, which is saying poor public image. So we have B as the correct response that we have. Then you go to 1.1.6. Health advice a travel agent would give the team who would participate in the Tour de France cycle tour. Then we are given the responses that we are given. And first one is saying, know the road rules of this cycle tour. Be familiar with the route of the cycle tour. Carry a repair kit in case of a punctured tires. Ensure sunblock is worn when cycling during the day. So we are looking for a healthy advice. So something that is going to protect the body. That is a health advice. So basically, if you look at the options that we are given there, you'd see that if you go to D, ensure sunblock is worn when cycling during the day. So this is protecting the body of an individual. So it becomes a healthy advice. So we have D. As the correct response, 1.1.7. SARS confiscated 78 million US dollar hidden in luggage in the international arrivals terminal in the OR Tambo International Airport. The headline above appears in a local newspaper. This incident was handled by the police and Daesh officials at the airport. So we need to check which other officials are handled this type of a scenario. So we have got the check-in, custom, duty-free health. But you know that this is money that is obviously entering the country, which needs to be accounted for. Obviously, they should bound to pay some charges in terms of this amount of money that is there. So this is a way of evading payment. So basically, according to the response that we have there, you'd see that custom becomes the correct response that we have. And the explanation on custom duties is that these are charges levied on goods when they cross international borders. So it means this man was going to enter without paying any charge. So it becomes a custom officials in the airport. So we have got B. The 1.1.8 goods that require a permit when you enter South Africa. We've got narcotics, endangered plant species, 200 packets of cigarettes, 3 liters of wine. So you see that the correct response that we have there is endangered plant species. And we know that endangered plant species, these are species that are at a risk of extinction due to a decline in their population, or they might get into extinction due to loss of habitat or other things. So basically, you can see that these are the ones that needs a permit, which are the endangered plant species. 1.1.9, the line shown on the globe below indicates the. So we are seeing that the line is cutting across the middle. And obviously, this becomes the GMT. So we have GMT, C. We go to the next part of the question, which is 1.1.10, which is saying South African. The South African outbound tourist. So when it's outbound tourist, it's tourist that is going outside the country. Who has local currency visits a foreign exchange bureau before departing on his holiday. The bank will use the dash rate when conducting the transaction. So we have got bank buy, the bank selling, foreign exchange, and then the rand equivalent. So according to the responses that we have, we'll see that bank selling rate is the correct response that we have. So we have B as the correct response. 1.1.11, the Great Pyramids of Giza are dash. And we know that these are tombs. So we have tombs in dot A. And 1.1.4, the Kremlin is significant because it is. We have different responses that we can go through. So you would see that the correct response that we have there is C, because these are linked to Russia. The Kremlin are linked to Russia. So we have got C saying linked to very important historical events in Russia. So we have C as the correct response that we have. Then we've got 1.1.18. The success of an attraction is determined by. The success of an attraction is determined by, we have got good management practices, global health regulations, counterfeit goods, immigration laws. So the correct response that we have again there becomes good management practices. Then we go to 1.1.14. The event shown in the logo below is hosted in the dash annually. The Cape Gateway Show, and we know that this is related to the Western Cape. So we have Western Cape or B. Then we go to the next one, which is 1.1.15. The traveler in the photograph below suffers from jet lag, and this condition was caused by traveling from. But if you look at jet lag, it's a condition. Jet lag, it's a condition. Obviously, we can describe it as a combination of fatigue and other symptoms caused by traveling abruptly across different time zones. So when you're causing across different time zones, that's when you can suffer from your jet lag. So they're saying caused by traveling from, we are given there in the pictures, we are seeing London, we are seeing some cities that are just stated there. But obviously, that the correct response according to our responses that we are having London to Sydney, Bangkok to Sydney, Rome to London, Moscow to Rome. So the correct response that we have is London to Sydney. And 1.1.16, the term used when one takes care of one's personal appearance in order to create a professional image. Obviously, this is grooming. We have grooming on D. 1.1.17, a hotel that offers complimentary shuttle service to the airport is an example of we have different responses that we have there. We say professional misconduct, customer service, corporate social investment, global marketing. So obviously this becomes as customer service. So we have customer service. 1.1.18, ethical behavior in a business is addressed in the obviously we have code of conduct, which is we having on A. And 1.1.19, educational support given to communities in the area where tourism business is conducted. CRS, GDP, CSI, GDS. So we have CSI is the correct response that we have. So CSI is corporate social corporate social investment. So we have a CSI C. Then we move on to the next part, which is 1.1.20, which reads an example of irresponsible environment behavior by a tourist. So we have different behaviors that we are given there. We can choose the correct one according to the ones that we are given. So the first one is saying places rubbish in a bin. It's an irresponsible environment behavior, irresponsible. So that's where we have our hint. So this one cannot be an irresponsible behavior. Removes plants or animals from their natural habitats. Removes plants or animals from their natural habitats. So this also can be a correct one. You can leave it. Then we're going to make fire in designated areas. Makes fire in designated areas, which means this one is they are making fire in areas that are required to be made fire for. So this becomes not an irresponsible. Then last one, supports environmental awareness campaigns. So obviously, this one is also a responsible environmental behavior, so it's not irresponsible. So we can just take it out, and then we are left with removes plants or animals from their natural habitat. So this is an irresponsible behavior. So you have a B as the correct response. So we go to 1.2, give one word or term of each of the following descriptions by choosing a word or term from the list below, right? Only the word or term next to the question number. That is 1.2.12, 1.2.5 in the answer book. For example, 1.2.6, buying rate. That's how you can present it now in your answer book. Then we're given different terms or words that we're given there. Then 1.2.1, an aspect that contributes to the professional image of a company. An aspect that contributes to the professional image of a company. So we have got 1.2.1. So we try to pick the ways that we have there. Which one do matches that? So obviously, we try to see. And we see that dress code is the one that is applicable. So we have dress code. And then secondly, the organization responsible for informing the global community on issues relating to international public health. Obviously, we have a World Health Organization there, which is WHO. And an essential factor that influences the route planning of a tour. And essential factor that influences the route planning of a tour. So we go there. we have logical sequence, and this becomes the correct one. And here we are saying logical sequence. And obviously, logical sequence, we can define it as something that involves organizing tasks in a coherent manner to optimize workflow and productivity. So basically, in general, we can describe a logical sequence as that. And then I will go to the next part of the question, which is 1.2.4. If visa grants a tourist permission to stop over in a country for a short while before continuing on his or her final destination. So you would see that we have got a transit visa here, which is the applicable one, transit visa. So we are saying transit visa, the highest mountain peak in the world. The highest mountain peak in the world. You are saying which one is the highest mountain in the world, obviously, because the peak is the highest point on that mountain. So we are saying we go to the response is given, and we know that this is Mount Everest. So we are saying Mount Everest. So this is what we have on this part of the question. To go to the next part, 1.3. Choose the correct words or words from those given in brackets. Write only the word or words next to the question number. 1.3.1 to 1.3.5 in the answer book, for example, you are given how to present in your answer book. Then 1.3.1, UNESCO or Sahara is SAHRA is responsible for declaring World Heritage Sites in a country. So we obviously have UNESCO as the correct response, which stands for the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. And we would say that UNESCO promotes world peace and security through international cooperation in education, arts, sciences, and culture. So basically, that's what I have in terms of UNESCO. Then we go to the next one, 1.3.2. Mapungubwe cultural landscape is located in Jesh. We have obviously this the correct response that we have there. It's going to be Limpopo. So we have Limpopo. The Red Fort Dome was formed by the impact of a Jesh explosion. And the correct response that we have there is meteorite explosion. So we have this is our correct response. Then we go to 1.3.4. The Jesh meets the criterion of being a living heritage of the Nama people. And we have the Richards Belt cultural landscape becomes the correct response. The 1.3.5, Robben Island was declared a World Heritage Site because it was Nelson Mandela's. Obviously, this was a political prison for Nelson Mandela. So we come here. We go to the next part of our question. So on the next part of our question is now 1.4. And it reads, choose an example from column B that matches a factor associated with the success of a tourist attraction in column A. Write only the letter A to F next to question number, that is 1.4.1 to 1.4.5 in the answer book. For example, 1.4.6 is G. Is what you are supposed to, how you are supposed to present it in your answer book. Then you've got your column A, you've got your column B. Then 1.4.1 is efficient and ethical behavior of staff. So we go to column B to see which one do matches that efficient and ethical behavior of staff. So obviously you are supposed to go everything to pick the most appropriate one. So if you go to D, C4 reports to work on time every day. So this becomes an ethical behavior or efficient behavior of staff. When someone is punctual, so we have D. And 1.4.2, marketing. And we know that marketing, we can describe marketing as activities a company undertake to promote the selling of its products or a service. So basically, that's the description that we can give in terms of marketing, and we try to see within the context of what we have in column B, what can be the most appropriate one. So if we go there, you see that if you go to A, let's say the cultural village showcases its uniqueness in the Indaba trade show. So it's by showcasing its uniqueness, is trying to inform the clients of the advantages of coming there. So it's advertising. So it's advertising. It's a marketing strategy also. So we are saying A on 1.4.2 is the correct response. Then we go to 1.4.3, crime prevention. So we go to column B to see which one do notice crime prevention. We have got E saying Ushaka Marine World has a list of valid ticket vendors in their interest case to avoid fraud. So by avoiding fraud is a criminal activity. That's a crime prevention method. So we have E. Then universal access, which means you can access different entrances using that. So you go to B, saying the Christian Bush National Botanical Garden ensures that all sections of the garden are wheelchair friendly. It means all sections can be entered by a wheelchair. So basically, that's what it means. So it becomes universal. So it will be sustainable management. Sustainable management, we are saying it is important. It's an important part of the ability to successfully maintain the quality of life of our planet. So when you are maintaining the quality of life of our planet, that's sustainable management. So according to the context of what we have in column B, we try to see again which one roommate is that. We go to F, which is saying the Shaman game reserve offers small group tours to reduce the impact on the fauna and flora. So obviously this becomes sustainable management, and we are saying F is the correct response that we have. Then we go to the next section. On the next section, we are now having 1.5, and according to this video, we are just going to end on this part of our question, which is going to be 1.4. So this is what we have, guys, according to this video. Thank you for listening. Please, let's not forget to subscribe and share to our channel. Let's not forget to share the link to our colleagues who are doing grade 12 at tourism. More typical examination questions will be uploaded on this channel. So let's stay tuned. Let's turn on the notification button so that when we upload the videos, you get notified. As for this video, I'm signing out. Let's meet again in the next video.